When it comes to betting on football, not all wagers are created equal. Ever heard the terms sharp and square bets thrown around? They're more than just slang. They're the dividing line between betting like a fan and betting like a pro. Today, we'll break down exactly what sharp versus square bets are and how you can start thinking like a professional bettor. What are sharp and square bets? Let's start with the basics. A square bettor is your average casual fan. They bet with emotion, gut feelings, or based on popular opinion. Think of the guy who always bets on the Cowboys because they're due for a win, or the person who always takes the over because, hey, scoring is fun. Now, a sharp bettor, also known as a wise guy or pro, is strategic. They use data, trends, and market movement to find value. Sharps aren't trying to pick winners. They're trying to pick value when the odds are in their favor, even if the team isn't. Key traits of square bettors. Here are some classic signs of square behavior. Betting on favorites, especially big-name teams. Ignoring line movement or late injury reports. Chasing losses with bigger bets. Always betting overs, because rooting for points is fun. Placing bets just before kickoff, with no line shopping. Square bettors often follow the crowd, which leads to predictable and less profitable decisions. How sharp bettors operate. Sharp bettors play a different game. They beat the closing line, meaning they get better odds than where the line finishes. They bet early, sometimes minutes after lines are released. They look for key numbers in point spreads, like 3 and 7 in football. They exploit inefficiencies, especially in lower volume markets. And they'll fade the public, betting against trends that are overhyped. Sharps think long-term. They're not chasing the thrill of a win. They're playing the percentages, managing risk, and seeking profit over hundreds of bets. How sportsbooks react. Here's the kicker. Sportsbooks know who the sharps are. When sharp money comes in, the line moves. Not all line movement is equal. But if a line shifts and there's no major injury news, that's often sharp action. Square money doesn't move lines nearly as much. In fact, sportsbooks often shade lines against public favorites to take advantage of square betting patterns. By watching line movement and betting percentages, you can sometimes spot sharp activity. How to think like a sharp. You don't have to be a pro to bet smart. Here's how to think like a sharp. Shop for the best line. Use multiple sportsbooks to get better odds. Bet early in the week when lines are softer and less efficient. Understand line movement and bet splits. Avoid emotional bets. Don't bet because you like a team. Track your results. Know your strengths and weaknesses, and most importantly, manage your bankroll. Sharps rarely wager more than 1–2% of their total bankroll on a single game. Sharp versus square isn't about intelligence. It's about discipline, preparation, and mindset. You can't control the outcome of a game, but you can control how you bet. Start thinking like a pro, and leave the square bets behind. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more deep dive betting breakdowns. At gamblingsite.com, we help you bet smarter, one game at a time.